nice fresh papaya. Other ingredients include some ripe tomatoes and lime, not overripe, but just about right. They have to be a little firm. But these look just about perfect. Other ingredients include some hot red peppers, red chilies, some dried peppers, dried chilies, and of course some garlic. It's really going to spice this dish up. And here we have some dried shrimp, palm sugar, a little bit of brown sugar, and some fish sauce. And some unsalted peanuts. And the primary thing that Kay is going to use to prepare this dish is a clay pot and pestle. So she's going to get started by shredding up the papaya. She's using a shredder. She tells me you can use a knife, but if you're not experienced with a knife, this is probably the safest way. And you really want to have a firm grip on this. You don't want to slip and cut yourself. Make sure safety in the kitchen's number one. So you have a nice firm grip on the shredder. And I believe she's going to shred one side, then she'll flip it around, shred the other, so you want to be consistent. There we go. She's preparing enough to feed maybe 1-2 people at the most. Obviously, if you were serving a number of people, you'd want to shred up a bit more papaya. But for instructional purposes, this looks pretty good. And here comes the clay pot. She's going to dampen the sound a bit with a towel. We're doing voiceovers, so we're going to save you the sound. It's pretty loud when you work with it. So she's going to get started by adding some garlic. And the chili peppers, both fresh ones after you pull the stem off them, and the dried chili peppers. And that's going to be a good base for spicing things right up. There, she's pulverizing them down to release all the juices and combine them together. That's probably the quietest clay pot and pestle you're ever going to hear. She's going to add in some of the unsalted peanuts and pound those down and grind them in. The way she's doing it, everything's going to be kind of coarsely ground. It's not going to be fine, really fine, just coarsely. So you really don't want to do too much as far as pounding down with it. You just want to have the right consistency. Now she's adding the shredded papaya. Fish sauce. And just going to slice up a tomato, and you can see the importance of having tomatoes that are just right when it comes to being ripe. You don't want them mushy because you really don't want to grind them down into oblivion. You want it to be a nice presentation and have it blend in real well. Same with lime. Just going to slice up a lime that's just perfectly fresh. You can see how juicy and firm that it would be, and she's going to quarter it up, I believe. Squeeze the juice in and just drop the rest of the limes right into the mix. There. And there's the fish sauce again. I'm going to add that. sugar added to the mix. Just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. And this is called palm sugar. We're going to add that in. That's also going to sweeten it up a bit. And the dried shrimp, which are, for a small, tiny shrimp, they're very pungent and really going to add a lot to the flavor and the aroma of this papaya salad. Okay, she has everything all combined together. And now you can see it's a mixture of pounding the ingredients together and yet using the spoon to move them around. It's kind of like an acquired method to do it properly, but after some practice, you'll do pretty good. You really don't have to, as I mentioned before, you don't have to really do it into a fine base of material. It's just coarsely ground, so kind of just combining everything together. So don't overdo it.